Okay. So our next speaker is Frédéric Gueux, and he will speak about Crazyflies. Let's applaud him.
Okay, welcome everyone. My name is Fred. I'm the maintainer of the Android client for the Crazyflie quadcopter. And I'm going to talk about the Crazyflie quadcopter and the Loco positioning system and what's happening in the universe of the Crazyflie. For those of you who don't know what the Crazyflie is, it's a tiny quadcopter. You're going to see it later. It's about the size of the palm of your hand. It weighs about 27 grams, flies for roughly 7 minutes. And similar to Arduino, it's expandable with so-called decks. So you have kind of pin headers that you can put stuff on top and on the bottom. It uses a Bluetooth LE connection and also a proprietary radio link with 2.4 gigahertz. And best of it all, it's an open source platform. It is developed by a company called Bitcraze from Sweden. And some of the decks that they already did is, for example, an LED ring or an inductive charging pad that you can put underneath. And some of the new decks that are coming out now, for example, the micro SD card deck that's already out now, it can be used for logging files or for storing configuration files. The firmware supports FAT file system on those micro SD cards. And on the Crazyflie already, there's a pressure sensor, so you can do basic hover mode or altitude hold. To increase the precision, there's also an additional sensor deck. It uses time of flight, and up to a range of 2 meters height, it will be able to be much more precise and do a better hover mode. Apart from the Crazyflie quadcopter system, Bitcraze itself, it's kind of an electronics company. They also do other hardware. For example, a little tiny battery charger, which can plug into USB. And you can also stack together to charge multiple things at a time. And very cool thing that comes out hopefully soon, is still in production or still in kind of beta testing, is the standalone controller, which is basically a gamepad, which includes a radio and an Arduino. So you can program it to not only be able to control the Crazyflie, but also work as a joystick or whatever you like. And it's expandable with the Arduino pins and so on. The most exciting thing that's hardware that's around the Crazyflie is the so-called Loco positioning system. And it's kind of an indoor positioning system similar to GPS. It's based on the Decawave module. It has a precision of up to 10 centimeters indoors. And it's compared to other commercial indoor positioning systems that work with cameras and so on, it's roughly 100 times cheaper. So it's perfect for research and development and much more affordable. And in the last year, it's got to the state of early access. So researchers got their hands on it, and the software behind it has improved, and now it supports, after the first ranging mode was only kind of a ping pong system, where the Crazyflie always sent a packet to the anchors, kind of similar to the GPS satellites, send a packet out and got one back. But this doesn't scale well for more than a few Crazyflies at a time. And now it is. It also provides, or it also makes a ranging mode available that is more similar to the GPS because it's just passive. So you can have multiple Crazyflies using that system without any performance problems. So because it is so cheap, or not cheap, but affordable and robust, the Crazyflie itself and also the indoor positioning system is used a lot in research projects from different universities. It's used at NASA, Stanford, MIT, Microsoft, Bell Labs, ETH Zurich, and so on. I put some links in here so you can check out the videos on YouTube. But I want to show you a little show reel, just to you can see some of that stuff that's going on. So let's see if that works. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, so that's swarm research at USC. And they use a commercial motion capturing system, costs roughly 100,000 euros. And yeah, they did some impressive work with swarms of crazyflies. And they even built their logo with the crazyflies, USC. So that's one project from Stanford, which combines a crazyfly with a climbing robot. And also takes off again. You can also paint with crazyflies. They have a little brush at the front. It takes up ink, and you can see it in slow motion. It puts a dot on the map and paints pictures. For example, a teapot. So that's the result in the end. That was a very cool project. At Maker Faire Berlin last year, we found a guy who did his own wind channel and we put it in there. And this is using a MIDI-controlled glove that is able to steer the Crazyflie with a local positioning system. This is also an interesting thing where they put optical flow sensors on the Crazyflie, which makes it self-controlled. So it recognizes, for example, a wall and doesn't crash into it. And it even works in pitch blackness because it has infrared lights. So it tries to bump in there, but there's a wall on the right side, actually. This is a project from the Intel Labs in Mexico, where they use crazyflies to do trajectory planning through an obstacle course. And also very nice Microsoft HoloLens used with augmented reality and gesture control to steer a Crazyflie. It's on the table to the right, and we'll lift up. Yeah. And one of the most famous things is a TED presentation from ETH Zurich, where they used a similar system to the local positioning system to also steer a lot of Crazyflies over a crowd at the TED presentation. Okay, so video is nice and all, but I guess you want to see it fly. So it's coming up. I'm just gonna, oops. Demo. Okay, and I need some light for that. Oh. Ta-da! Okay, here we go. So what I'm using for that is actually my Android phone with a client on it. And it's connected through a little dongle that's up here with an antenna. So that's the Crazyflie. And let's see if it works. Okay, it seems to work. So now, in recent software updates for the Android client, it's also possible to control the LED ring that you see at the bottom. So you can switch on the lights and change the pattern. And let's see, we have also a police mode. Hold on. That's this one. So if the police is coming. And yeah, it has now basic support for logging and parameter subsystems. So you can, for example, see the battery level on your phone, and we'll also have some support for graphs and so on in the future, hopefully. And yeah, it's basically, apart from being a great research project, it's a lot of fun to fly. So, yeah. And Yeah, so that's about it. Thanks for your attention. And one announcement, if you want to see more about the local positioning system, I highly encourage you to go to a talk tomorrow at 1 o'clock at the Embedded Mobile Devices and, what's the name? Embedded Mobile and Automotive Dev Room. It's in the room UD2.218A. So that's tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And you'll probably see also some Crazyflies flying live, controlled through an indoor positioning system. Thanks.
Thanks for the talk, and as a small token of appreciations, we have for you a little box of biscuit and chocolates.
Thank you.
Here you are.
Thank you.